of Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee. But the Trojans here at the Vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the Wiregrass. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the James Madison Dukes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Trojans will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Dukes offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just...
Oh, he's got some space. Quick step and go. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Dukes want to pick up the tempo.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man. And they lost the pitch man, and you could tell. He made them pay with a big gain down the field.
They'll run play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So Troy's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Now the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's James. He'll take the deep shot. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Newton. Plows through the defense. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. On the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Dukes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Grab near the marker, it's Tate. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's got his man, makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He caught it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The Trojans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and goal where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 18 over Miami. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thank you. Nothing but green grass down the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Hold on.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Duke have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Denson. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Fires complete on the crosser. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Lovett. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give on the inside. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Used the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's James. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. From the gun. Give on the inside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Troy. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Newton. He has the first and still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Offense in a split backfield. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, it's Denson. Firing to the right, complete. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Motion from the wideout. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Grab behind the line. It's Parker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Dukes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Now on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Quick strike complete.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's James. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with it 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
And the Dukes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Francis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line, it's Bryant. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's James. Grab near the marker, it's Bryant. Gets it to the 46-yard line, first down for this offense.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Lovett. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Card in the backfield, it's Ellis. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Dukes in the hurry-up. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Running into the open space. Still on his feet at the 35. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. No huddle here for the offense. To the air, it's Denson. Working that wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Ellis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Here's a heat. Got a first down. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. caught in the backfield. It's Madison. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Dukes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to throw again. Got his man quickly. Got enough space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Back to throw. It's Denson. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's as if there's a force field that's been keeping them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. They'll try to change it on third and goal. Pushes ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Wants to pass. He wants it all. Intercepted deep in his own end. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Tight end now in motion. Looking for space. It's Lovett. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Spins away from the defender. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. The Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. It'll be a run on third and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it near midfield, and the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Sends it back in motion. Swings it out to his running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So the final period starts with a second down play. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Denson. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Running the red zone, it's Lovett. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. Working that left side now. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. To the air, it's James. Fires to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
James Madison, 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Ellis. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
The Dukes will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking for a man, it's Denson. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dukes!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Back to throw, it's Denson. Makes the grab.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
And the Dukes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Catch in the middle, it's Ellis. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Grab behind the line, it's Parker. And a good job and coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Powers through the defender. There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Madison.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Here comes the option. They'll give it to the back. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Goes to the option. Give to the running back. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it when this panicking ever really comes. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.